Hello everyone, we are going to talk about energy sources. You will know the pros and cons of using various energy sources clearly after watching this video. To make our learning more effective and interesting, you can sign into Instagram and answer my questions simultaneously. If you see these signs on the screen, that means it's Instagram time. Are you on the same page with me? Yes, I am. Okay, here we go. First, you should answer my question. For 24 hours a day, how many hours do you use electricity? Remember to pause the video and answer it on Instagram. Well done! I think my answer is 24 hours, and I will check your answer later. If these things cannot work as usual one by one in your life, what will happen to you? Okay, thank you. I believe that everyone has the feeling, I don't want to live without you, right? If you couldn't imagine life without electricity like me, you must face the energy crisis that all people are now facing together. That's right, we are having a big trouble with energy sources. With the increasing human reliance on energy currently used in the basic power, fossil fuel is most important. However, the limited reserves and issues such as carbon emissions have received increasing attention. Recently, for maintaining the stability of the ecological environment, such as sustainable development, energy security, and reducing the greenhouse effect, renewable energy has become the main project of alternative energy development. Nevertheless, no energy sources is perfect. How to choose and use it is a big problem now. As you have known the problem we are facing now, you should know more about different energy sources. You may have heard that before, such as fossil energy, nuclear energy, wind energy, hydropower, geothermal energy, biomass energy, solar energy, and so on. Next, I'm going to introduce non-renewable energy. Most non-renewable energy are fossil fuels: coal, petroleum, and natural gas. They are safe, almost relatively inexpensive to extract. They can also be stored and shipped anywhere in the world. Yet, non-renewable energy comes from sources that will run out. It's the most significant weakness. If you want to know more about fossil fuels, you can click the info card. There is an adorable video to introduce them. Fossil fuels are the leading non-renewable energy sources around the world, and nuclear energy is usually considered another non-renewable energy source. Although nuclear energy is a renewable energy source, the material, uranium, used in nuclear power plants is not. Nuclear energy is released through nuclear fission, the process where the nucleus of an atom splits. Besides, nuclear power plants do not pollute the air or emit greenhouse gases. However, nuclear power plants are complicated to build and run. It also produces radioactive material. It can be highly toxic, increasing the risk for cancers among people exposed to it. After introducing non-renewable energy, let's move on to the renewable energy. Before we get into the topic, please open Instagram. What renewable energy sources have developed in Taiwan? Good job! You will know the answer in the following video. Now, you should understand what renewable energy is. In any discussion about climate change, renewable energy usually tops the list of changes the world can implement to prevent the worst effects of rising temperatures. That's because renewable energy sources don't emit carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases contributing to global warming. Therefore, it's a prevalent issue nowadays. First, we are going to talk about hydroelectric energy. It's made by flowing water. Most hydroelectric power plants are located on large dams, which control the flow of a river. Hydroelectric energy is inexpensive to harness. Dams do not need to be complex, and the resources to build them are not difficult to obtain. Rivers flow all over the world, so the energy source is available to millions of people. Hydroelectric energy is also fairly reliable. Engineers control water flow through the dam, so the flow does not depend on the weather. However, the severe drought may cause problems too. Nevertheless, large dams may disrupt river ecosystems and surrounding communities, harming wildlife and displacing residents. Second, wind energy. We capture the wind's energy with wind turbines. The blades are turned by the wind, turning a generator located inside the tower and creating electricity. Wind energy can be very efficient. Steady winds can provide cheap, reliable electricity. Another great advantage of wind power is that it's clean energy. Wind turbines do not burn fuel or emit any pollutant into the air. However, the wind is not always a steady source of energy. Wind speed constantly changes, depending on the time, weather, and location. Wind turbines can also be dangerous for bats and birds. These animals cannot always judge how fast the blades are moving and crash into them. Otherwise, the noise of wind turbines is another problem as well. So, there has been less noise pollution but higher cost of offshore wind power. If you want to know more about offshore wind power in Taiwan, you can click the info card. There is an easy understanding video introducing it. The third is geothermal energy. The heat that comes from the subsurface of the earth can be tapped to produce energy. Geothermal power stations and heat pumps are used to capture the heat released from hot springs. Another way to use geothermal energy is with steam. But if the ground is dry, water must be injected underground to create steam. So the large quantities of fresh water may become a problem. Besides, it is only available in certain parts of the world. Also, geothermal power plants may scale up hot wells and corrode water after a long operation, and the power generation will decrease. For example, the Qingshui geothermal power plant started in 1981. By 1993, the hourly power generation was less than 1/10 in the heyday. The current Qingshui geothermal restarted until the renovation in 2013. However, this energy does not usually release any harmful emissions, and due to Earth's high heat capacity, it can be easily replenished. Fourth, biomass. It comes from plants or microorganisms that were recently living. Plants create energy from the sun, which is stored in the plants even after they die. Branches, garbage, recycled paper, and crops such as corn, soy, sugarcane are common biomass energy sources. A major advantage of biomass is that it can be stored and then used when needed. But the suitable storing places should be considered. Some experts noted that biofuel production creates criminal paths to the global food crisis. In addition, some debates are about whether it's a good idea to ship wood pellets from US forests over to Europe so that it can be burned for electricity. For the last energy source, we are going to talk about solar energy. It uses unique technology to capture the sun's rays. The two main types of equipment are PV cells and mirrors that focus sunlight in a specific spot. PV cells last for a long time, about 20 years, but they are expensive to install. Sunshine can also be hard to predict. Clouds can block it, and the sun doesn't shine at night. Different parts of Earth receive different amounts of sunlight based on location and time. This video gives a general introduction to non-renewable energy and renewable energy. It cannot be very detailed, so you should watch the video on the info card or search for other information by yourself. Now, you need to answer a few questions at the end of the class. Which renewable energy mentioned above is the most environmental friendly in your mind? Sustainable Development Goal 7 said that ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all, which refers by 2013 increase substantially the share of renewable energy in the global energy mix. As far as Taiwan is concerned, which renewable energy is most suitable for Taiwan? It's also the last question. You almost finished this video. However, you received the final mission. Please let me know your total points and leave your comments in the comment section. Okay, thank you. Very well done. Mission complete.